I am the Datta. I am the unitary consciousness, the principle that underlies the billions and trillions of universes. I am Digambara. The directions are my clothes. I fill every space unimaginable to any kind. Wherever the devotees fully engage their thoughts, speech, and actions in full praise of me, that is, by telling Digambara, Digambara, Shripada Vallabha Digambara, 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 Nrsimha Saraswati Swami Digambara. There I am always present in my subtle form. One who recites Nrsimha Saraswati Swami Ashtaka, they are protected with inner enemies and blessed by peace, wisdom, health, Sat Chit Ananda, truth, wisdom, and superior bliss. Dear all associates, a warm welcome to Nirvahana to Nirvana, the Indian ethos on management. The present talk would be focusing its attention on four important aspects: man, organization, management, and environment in the light of Indian ethos. However, the appeal of management concepts, as revealed in our past wisdom, originates from our holy writings. We all know that. The word Indian ethos brings into the fold philosophical ideas, both modern and regarding governance, since man is the binding or common element in all this. So, certainly or naturally, the discussion would start with the man and self as the initial subject and the interface between self and the organization and environment by and large. Ethos is not peculiar to a particular style of dressing or following a religion practice. It is deeply rooted in a person's psyche that empowers and motivates him to build the foundations of what he stands or she stands by in his existence. The collective spirit of a community that builds unity in them and roots into their consciousness as a guiding force is the literal meaning of the term ethos. The scope of Indian ethos is wide, as it has been enriched over thousands of years by numerous philosophical traditions, and it may be well used in business practices as well, because every human being is divine in nature and therefore possesses infinite potential to achieve excellence. Further, a holistic approach to life includes the unity of the divine, the individual self, and the universe. And in order to realize productivity, a manager or a leader must accelerate the resources. Most importantly, the inner resources such as wisdom, vision, insight, foresight, and divine virtues, which are more powerful than the outer resources like material possessions, fame, etc. Coming back to the four important aspects: man, organization, management, and environment in the light of Indian ethos. In simpler words, the Dharma Rightousness. For instance, Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. Dharma protects us when it is protected and destroys us if it is destroyed. Protecting is the most sacred duty of the king, the leader of all segments and in all segments and institutions. Now, trying to connect the four important pillars of Indian ethos to Lord Shri Guru Dattatreya. Lord Sri Dattatreya Trimurti Rupa, where Lord Krishna quotes in Uddhava Gita, that has been evoked as a guru for environmental education. That is the reason the Indian ethos of management would highlight about practicing spirituality and devoting completely for the welfare of the society by and large, and also uplifting self first. Lord Shri Dattatreya gained enlightenment by observing the world, which provided him with 24 instructors. Of the most four important aspects: man, organization, management, and environment. When one talks about organization, he is also talking about the environment. Since environment consists of organization, small and big, it is like a tree and forest, obviously. The two, that is, the organization and the environment, are not the same, though one is the manifestation of the other. Now, in this context, Lord Dattatreya emphasized that everyone should have a desire to learn and derive inspiration from everything and anything. Lord Shri Anagha Dattatreya's life stressed on the importance of learning. He taught us to recognize wisdom from even the smallest creature of nature, like the honeybee. Moreover, his teachings inspire us to be in harmony with nature and other elements of the environment. Why is it very important to know and learn about Sri Dattatreya Maharaja's 24 gurus? That too, he learnt from the every true nature. Modern concerns about environmental education for sustainable development present a challenge for the great world religions. Environmental degradation is largely a modern concept, or I would say modern concern. Lord Dattatreya advises everyone to build up spiritual wealth, though through simple living and high thoughts. Hence, he is called as a champion of Dharma. The right behavior he manifests as an incarnation. Sri Lord Dattatreya encourages the seeker to see the world as both a divine manifestation and guidance. Once, while Dattatreya was roaming in a forest happily, he met King Yadu, who, on seeing Dattatreya so happy, asked him the secret of his happiness and name of his guru. Lord Dattatreya said that the Atman alone was his guru, and yet he had learned wisdom from 24 individuals who were therefore his gurus. Why is it very important to learn from Lord Dattatreya and his 24 gurus? Because every one of us know environmental education for sustainable development is a key concern of this age, where the human impact spurred on by social traditions that stress me first competition and the immediate gratification of desires, and the measure success in terms of only material accumulation, self-centeredness, and threaten to destroy the welfare of all those yet to be born. So therefore, it is very important to learn the 24 gurus of Avatar, Sri Lord Dattatreya. He says, my 24 gurus are earth, water, air, fire, sky, moon, sun, pigeon, python, ocean, a moth, bee, honey gatherer, elephant, deer, fish, a dancing girl, Pingala, raven, child, maiden, serpent, an arrow maker, spider, and beetle. Lord Dattatreya says, my first guru, the Mother Earth, for her patience. Mother Earth is my first guru. She taught me to hold lovingly in my heart all those who trample me, scratch me, and hurt me, just as she does. She taught me to give them my best, remembering that their acts are normal and natural from their standpoint. In other words, Lord Dattatreya learned from the nature, that too from the first Guru, Mother Earth. He says, I learned patience and doing good to others from the earth, for it endures. Every injury man commits on its surface, and yet it does him good by producing crops, trees, and benefiting the unlearned. The second Guru, water. Lord Shri Dattatreya says, from water I learnt the quality of purity. Just as the pure water cleanses others, so also the sage, who is pure and free from selfishness, lust, egoism, anger, greed, and etc. He one who purifies all who come in contact with him. He also further explains this force contains life and purity. It cleanses whatever it touches and provides life to whoever drinks it. Water flows unceasingly, and if it stops, it becomes stagnant. So one need to learn, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. And Lord Dattatreya says, this is the lesson I learned from water. There is much to learn from everyone and everything. So one need to understand that by and large, Lord Dattatreya, who learned from 24 gurus, are standing practices of protecting the environment, wherein which everyone is a part of it. Lord Dattatreya says about his third guru, the fire. It burns everything, transforming it into flame. By consuming dead logs, it produces warmth and light. And Lord Dattatreya says, I learn to absorb everything that life brings and turn it into the flame that enlightens my life. In that light, others can walk safely. It also means that as fire burns bright, so also the sage, he should be glowing with the splendor of his knowledge, tapasya, austerity, and become a role model for the society. One should understand the fourth guru, the sky, which is filled with wind. So the wind is the fourth guru. And Lord Datta says, the wind moves unceasingly, touching flowers and thorns alike, but it never attaches itself to object or any objects it touches. So, from the sky or in the wind, Lord Datta learned not to prefer flowers over thorns or friends over foes. And anyone's goal is to provide freshness to all without becoming attached, Lord Datta says, which he has learned from his fourth guru. Lord Shri Dattatreya says about his fifth guru, the sky. Dattatreya says the air, the stars, the clouds, etc. all are contained in the sky, but the sky does not come in contact with any one of them. Lord Dattatreya says, I have learned from the sky that the Atman or the soul is all pervading, and yet it has no contact with any object. Shri Lord Anagha Dattatreya says, the sixth guru, the moon. The moon waxes and wanes, and yet it never loses its essence, totality, or the shape. From watching the moon, Lord Dattatreya says, I have learned that waxing and waning, rising and falling, pleasure and pain, loss and gain are simply phases of life cycle. While passing through these phases, I never lose awareness of my true self, Lord Datta says on his learnings from sixth guru, the moon. Lord Dattatreya says about his seventh guru, Lord Datta says, the sun is my seventh guru. With its bright rays, the sun draws water from everything, transforms it into clouds, and then distributes it without favor as rain. Rain falls on forests, mountains, valleys, deserts, oceans, and cities, and many more. Like the sun, Lord Datta says, I've learned how to gather knowledge from all the sources, transform that knowledge into practical wisdom, and share it with all without preferring some and excluding others. Unselfishness and unbiased. Lord Dattatreya Swami says about his eighth guru. He says, my eighth guru is a flock of pigeons. When one fell into a hunter's net and cried in despair, the other pigeons tried to rescue it and got caught too. From these pigeons, Lord Datta says, I have learned that even a positive reaction, if it springs from attachment and emotion, can entangle, and attachment is the cause of bondage.